All right.
So we're going to count to 4 today, and we're going to do a rock beat. And it's tap it, say it, play it will be the way we start. What do I mean by tap it, say it, play it? Rock beat is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's rocking back and forth. The bass drum will be on the 1. The snare drum will be on the 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're going to come to that. Tap it, say it, play it means we're going to play eighth notes on the hi-hat, the closed hi-hat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Okay, tap it, say it, play it. I will start with this. I will say it. Then I'll go nice and slow. When I say 1 and 3, I'll play the bass drum. When I say 2 and 4, I'll play the snare drum. So I'm trying to pay attention to this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the whole trick is to go slow enough and put enough space around it so you can hear that. You don't want to go too fast. Do it again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and bass, snare, rock, beat, rock, beat. Okay, so pretty soon that will be, you just play this for a while, pretty soon that will be in your system. All the notes, a lot of notes are being covered by the hi-hat. Okay, now we're going to get into some variations on the rock beat. Okay, let's see. Let's go to the bass drum. Okay, right now it's hitting on 1, 3, 4. But what if I went 1 and 2, 3 and 4? 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the simple one. And 1. Now we have a pickup note. And 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Now a rock beat combines, you've heard this a million times. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Okay, so far we've had 3 different bass drum things. I'll name them. The basic thing, we'll call that number 1. Number 2 is going to be on, off, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay, that's 2. Number 3 is the pickup note, and 1, 2 and 3, 4, and 1, 2 and 3, 4. Okay, let's time out on those 2. One of them, the and 1, is a resolved energy, and I will say resolve, 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 resolve. That's really different than the other one, which ends on an offbeat 1 and. I'll call that suspend, 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 suspend. Okay, so I'm going to play a couple and then resolve it. Suspend, 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 resolve. You learn rock and roll, the bass drum's going to take care of those feelings. I need to suspend the energy a little bit. I play 1 and. Okay, let's see. What about that'd be 3 of them. We've got 1, 2, 3, and so forth. Okay, now the 4, how about bass snare, bass snare, bass snare. I'm setting it up. Bass snare. Okay, that'll be 4. Snare bass, snare bass, snare bass. Okay, that's 4 and 5. Boom chuck, boom chuck, boom chuck, boom chuck. Now a sandwich, a sandwich, a sandwich. All offbeats. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so now we've got a bunch of little things there. We're not changing anything else. I'll jam on the bass drum. What I will do is always put the 1 in between. That's the air. And then I'll bring those other ones in there. It won't overwhelm the system. So here we go. Nice and slow. Okay, let's try one. Okay. So if you were to just sit down, play nice and slow, and take it through all those bass drum possibilities, and eventually we can get 16th notes. But right now, that'll be up the road. Okay, let's see. What's another thing I could do? Oh, I could put my snare drum in between. Oh, I'm setting up that. I'm setting up my my bass drum. Boom, chuck, boom, chuck, boom, chuck. Did it twice. What I'm getting at is if you did this one for a while by itself, do this other one for a while, what's going to happen is pretty soon these start to intersect. Okay, the next one, let's go to the hi-hat. What if I open the hi-hat on 2 and 4, which means I've got to push it down as I play the snare drum. While I push it down, it's going to open. You see where this is headed? We've got some bass drum variations, we've got some snare drum variations, we've got some hi-hat variations. So now I'm just going to jam on that. We'll figure if you take your time, you'll get to that. Okay, what if I did a roll every once in a while? 1, 2, 3, da-da-da-da. 1, 2, 3, Florianda. Boom, chuck, boom, da-da-da-da. Okay, now just to finish it up, what if I went around the drum set and started in different places? I started on the 4 there. What if I started on the 3-4? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I could go on 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're ready to jam on that. Okay, one other thing, while you can always back this up. What if I just came over, rather than playing any left hands, and did 1, 2, 3, da-da, 1, 2, 3, da-da. And what if I did just 3 notes in a row? 1, 2, 3, da-da-da. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I was putting it at 1, 2, 3. What if I put my snare drum on the very last one? This is really cool because it sets it up. 1, 2, 3, da da da. 1, 2, 3, da da da. Okay, so feel free to rewind this, but I've hopefully gone at a really easy pace. That's always what we're going to come back to. If you don't put some air around and you get going too fast or you play too loud, your chances of success are lessened. But you can see we started with the basic beat, nice and slow, nothing complicated. Beat, rock, beat. We did the bass drum, we did the snare drum, we open and close the hi-hat. So if you want to just kind of get some rock beat stuff going, pretty soon the idea is those things will start to intersect. You're doing one with this and that. If you go slow and don't take it too fast, pretty soon the snare drum and they'll start to react. The basics got to be keeping that count going. Okay, so rock beat.
Rock beat.